What's up, Wizards fans? What's up? It's your boy Karen Mingo, and welcome to the special edition with Nation. Now, since we're at the end of the year from the decade, it's time to reveal my top 10 moments of the decade from 2010 to 2019. Let's get started. Let's go to number 10. Number 10, the Maya game. Y'all remember back in the 2014 season where John Wall, remember it was during 2014, we met his friend named Maya, who's 66 years old, and her dream to meet Nicki Minaj to get one of the pink wigs, right? And they can chill. But unfortunately, she passed during cancer. And there was a game, I think we were playing the Boston Celtics, December 2014, the day when Maya died. And then we were playing in Boston. We were up 20, they were going to blow them out. But Boston came back for overtime. Not overtime, but we went to overtime. And John had one of the best games of his career. And he had like 17 assists. I can't remember how many points he had. And he's all emotional because he fought. He won for that little girl. But that was one of my favorite moments of that day. So I love that moment. So let's move on to number 9. The Wizards win the lottery. Back in the 2010 draft lottery, we were the sixth out of the pick. I was back in high school there, my senior year. I was wearing the blue hoodie, the Wizard old teal blue hoodie in there. I was wearing the hat, the jersey, and the wristbands, all that stuff was good. And people would tell me say, "Oh, you ain't getting the first pick, it's the New Jersey Nets." Well, the Nets, not broken Nets, but back then the New Jersey Nets. But during the lottery, I was so down, I was so nervous, but confident. I said, please get it happen. But when it got down to 8 or 7, that's when I got nervous. I'm like, oh God, please, like, don't say the Wizards name. But I think when we got to the 6-7 pick, it screwed up the order. That's when the Wizards went to top 3, and it was the Nets, the Sixers, and the Wizards in top 3. When we got 3, they're gonna call our name. They're gonna call our name. But the Nets, I'm like, oh. But I'm like, please say Wizards. Like, please. I'm like, say for number 2. And I'm like, yes. And the Wizards got the first pick in the draft. And that person ended up being John Wall. I'll never forget the day when Wiz won that lottery. If we lost the lottery, who knows what the team could have been. Let's move on to number 8. Wall wins rookie MVP. Now, during the rookie sophomore game, rookie for sophomore back then, I think it was Wall, Marcus Cousins, Blake Griffin in that team, and I didn't think he was MVP. I didn't expect it. I didn't see it coming because the whole weekend we was in LA with Blake Griffin, all the hypes around him in the rookie game, the dunk contest, and the All-Star game. But Wall, he came out and broke the record. He had 22 assists. And he had like 10, 12 points, whatever in that game. But he got MVP because he broke a record. I don't think anybody going to beat that. Somebody will, but it's bound to be broken. But he still has it. Let's move on to number 7. The Christmas victories that we had. Now, we had Christmas game in 2014 and 2017. The first one we played the Knicks. That was probably the easiest one ever. But the one game, my wish was Wall did the 360 did on the former Wizard Jason Smith, who was on Knicks, but he was the victim of that. We did a little whoop. I was like, I'm like thank you. But the best one was the one against Boston. It was our first meeting since losing Game 7 in that building in Boston. But it was better we won because Kyrie Irving was on that team. That made it even better because I'm a Wiz fan. We can't stand Kyrie Irving. The Wall and Irving, who's better and all that stuff. But we did beat him in Boston. That broke the demons out in that building. I'm like, whoo! I said, Merry Christmas, you filthy animal. All right, let's move on to number 6. I call game. Now, back in the 2015 playoffs, Paul Pierce, when he banked in the game winner, it was Game 3 against Atlanta Hawks in the playoffs. We're going to talk about it in a moment. But we were up, I think we were up 21 with 8 minutes to go. The game was over. And I remember saying, if John Wall is playing, we'll talk about that also as well. Who knows? The game will never happen. But Hawks, they stormed back, they tied it, and Pierce hit the game-winning shot. We're up 2-1, but eventually we did lose the series though. Number 5 on the list, Ernie Grunfeld gets fired. Now why? Now I remember a day with Twitter we were celebrating all that stuff. I was a little bit, but I'm not. You know, me personally, I'm not a fan who a person lose their job because you know I don't do that. But it was the best decision the Wiz ever made in this decade was firing Ernie Grunfeld, and that led to getting Tommy Shepard, which I believe he will bring back to Promised Land because Ernie he did screw up because remember in 2009 fifth pick it turned out to be Mike Miller ranking 4 when we traded it, which could have been Steph Curry. In 2011, Jan Vesely, which could have been Kawhi Leonard. 2013, Otto Porter, but he did make some good trades though. I got me on, but the one big trade that he messed up on was giving Kelly Oubre. That was the big mistake right there. Was dumping Kirby for Trevor Ariza, which he ain't do nothing now. So, but Tommy Shepard, keep doing what you're doing. I like where it's going so far. I know we're not having a season that we're not supposed to have, but I like where this is going. So, move on to number 4. The 2014 All-Star Weekend. As a Wizards fan, that was my favorite All-Star Weekend for personally as a Wizards fan. But as a fan, I gotta look back. But 2014 was my favorite because we had Wall and Bill be in almost every weekend event. We had Bill in the Rookie Challenge. We had Bill in the Demon Shootout for Saturday. Wall dunk contest and Wall in the All-Star Game. I know Bill, he didn't get MVP in the rookie game, but his team, they win. It was Team Hill and Team Weber and all stuff. When they picked when they had a pool rookie and sophomore, they picked their teams, all that stuff. He did win. I was a little upset when Bill did not win the 3-point shootout. He almost won. He finished second place behind Marco Bellinelli. But who made up for it? John Wall made up for it when we did a little pump fake, and then dunk with the mascot. When I saw that, I'm like going crazy and all that stuff. That we won. I'm like, yes, that's why they declare him the greatest Wizard ever. And last, he did beat. It was his first All-Star game in 2014. He came off the bench. The team did win. It was back in the East versus West, but the East did win. That's probably the last time the East had a victory. That's been changed to Team LeBron, Team whoever. So I'll never forget that All-Star Weekend 2014. It was in New Orleans and that, so never forget. Let's go to number 3, the 2014 playoffs. It was the first experience of Wall and Bill in the playoffs. To be honest, I was nervous. First time in years I've never seen Wall and Bill in the playoffs. We're playing Chicago Bulls. I remember going that series. Nobody gave us a chance. Nobody. No Eastern expert, no nothing. No, except for Charles Barkley. And he's the only person who picked the Wizards to win that series. But we did win the first game. Where it was the first game of victory in like forever. Because in the Gilbert Arenas era, we never took game 1. I think we were 0-4, 0-5 in game 1 in the Gilbert days. But John Wall Day, and they were like 3-2 in game 1. But we did take game 1 in Chicago. In game 2, I didn't think we would win game 2. I thought it was like, we're gonna let them. We're gonna let them tie the series up. Want DC, but they didn't. We stole the first 2 games in Chicago. To me, I was shocked, excited, and shocked at the same time. Now we did lose game 3 though, cause I thought we were 2. I'm like, it's gonna be a sweep. We're gonna end this thing real quick, fast, in a hurry. But we did win it in 5. Unexpected. We beat the Bulls in 5 games. We got the first round, but eventually we lose in the second round to the Pacers, which I give Pacers credit though, but if we beat the Pacers, we would have played the freaking Miami Heat, the Bosh, LeBron, D-Wade team. Dang! Man, what could have been if we played that team by the East Conference Finals in 2014? Let's go number 2. The Wizards sweep the Raptors. Oh my God. going this also won a series. No one gets a chance to win that series either. Cause after Toronto, they lost that in the first round. With they were struggling and like trying to go home court advantage. And then Paul Pierce set home. He got the it. He said Toronto lacked the it factor. It was talking to already, and then like he's like, oh, they lost already because you already know when you talk already, you know they're gonna lose. But I gotta tell you this: when my brother's right, I remember he was yelling to me saying, "Toronto in 6, Toronto in 6, Toronto in 6," and I'm like, just keep quiet. That's what I did. But we did win the first game, and then my brother came back and said, "Oh, they're gonna tie the series." But what happened second game? Won second game. We went 2 on the road, 2 years in a row in Chicago and Toronto. And then I remember Papa saying, "Oh, we ain't going back. I ain't going to the cousin no more." Remember that? And then we did win game 3, and before game 3, my brother's like, "They're gonna win 2 in Washington." And I'm like, "No, it's over. Right, we're gonna win game 3, win game 4." And which we did before we took game 3. My brother's like, "Oh, they're gonna be the first team to go up 3-0 come out and win," but didn't happen. We came out and swept their behind out of the first round. Let Drake in tears that happened. And after that series, that's when Toronto started winning series a lot. But we did sweep the Raptors, and unfortunately we lost the freaking Hawks in the second round. Alone, John Wall did not break his wrist. We beat in the finals against LeBron James with a Bane Kyrie Irving and injured Kevin Love. And dang, what could have been if Walt did not break his wrist? Hey, all right. Number 1 on the list, the 2017 season. Oh my Lord, that season was special. Like we had Scott Brooks, John Wall had double knee surgery, came back from it, and it wasn't gonna be like. But we did start real slow. We started out 2-8. People like, oh, we ain't going no playoff. We ain't going. But December, we started playing basketball from December and January. We got high at the right time. Like we were winning game like crazy, but the best winning ever was the 17-game home winning streak. Wow. Never in my years as a fan, never experienced a win like this before, especially at home. Like, wow. Like in a row, we were unbeatable at home, but it did snap against the Cavaliers when LeBron hit their lucky shot. Oh my God. And imagine if we won a game, we probably had a 20-game winning streak at home. So we did win 17 in a row, made the playoffs, and we were close to winning 50. Now, if we didn't start 2-8, we probably had 50. Probably not 50. Probably 52, 53 wins during season. Be it like a 2-3, maybe number 1 seed in the Eastern Conference. Like, man. But unfortunately, we were number 4 seed. We had 4-win season, facing the Hawks. It was revenge, total revenge after what happened in 2015. John Wall, Game 6, 42 points in that game. We like, bye-bye. Like, total revenge. What happened in 2015. But unfortunately, we did lose the Boston Celtics in 7 games. But the favorite moment in that series was the John Wall game-winning shot. When he said, "Don't come to my city wearing all black," talking about the funeral. Well, we're like more regular season games, and it worked out. But when you come to our city, don't wear black. But eventually, we lost Game 7 in Boston. And if we won that series, we could play LeBron and the Cavaliers in the East Conference Finals. So, that's it. What do y'all think? What do you think was number 1 or on the list? So, thank y'all for watching. If you want to follow me on Twitter, at Cam Mingo. Same on Instagram, Cam Mingo. For his channel, it's at Wiz_Nation on Twitter. And for Instagram, it's Nation_Wiz. Mr. The Wiz Nation page on Facebook. So, what's to come in 2020 and more? Maybe a championship, conference appearance, 50-win season. Who knows? We shall see. So, thank y'all. Good night. Peace out.